So, welcome to my project proposal for an assignment. This is going to be a project proposal about stock. So, really, this is going to be a stock viewer app. So, let's get into it. The purpose of this assignment is to give you practice building an iOS app that interacts with a JSON RESTful API server and parses the JSON data to display on the app. The data you'll be working with is stocks, the documentation about the API that you'll be using to receive the stock data can be found at this link. So this is the link that I primarily use for the this project. And then the assignment is really based off tutorials 9A, so touch events, 9B, multi-touch and gestures, then 10A, web access part A, and then 10B, web access part B. So basically, just those tutorials will be primarily the main foundation of this project. So the assignment requirements. So in this assignment, we want you to build an iOS-based stock viewer app that has three different screens. The first screen allows the user to see the most active stocks. The second screen allows the user to search for a stock using a query and view the results. The last screen allows for a user to search and view a stock profile. If you have seen the Yahoo Finance app, this is like that. The stock viewer app must have a user interface built using GUI objects and interacted using simple gestures like double tap. How you build the user interface is up to you, whether that is programmerly or using Swift UI. What I used was basically, used the main storyboard with some components that were programmatically built. Um, and yeah, so let's get into the design requirements. So the first requirement is the stock viewer app should be built with Xcode 12.x and Swift 5 or later. When the app launches, it should be on one of the three screens: stock profile screen, most active stocks, the search stock screen. Um, the user should be able to switch between screens, whether that be using the tab bar or the menu. So right now, let me just rerun the app right now. Right now I'm using Xcode 12.5. Um, and as you can see, this is it. So this was basically the documentation of the app. And yeah, you can see this is our first screen, the most active 30 stocks. So this is the most active stocks screen. You're able to, go on different screen by clicking on this tab bar. So, this is search stocks, and this is the search stock profile. You'll kind of see the differences later on. Um, so right now, let's go into the second one. So I think that is a good requirement. When the user goes on the most active stock screen, if the API call was successfully made and the JSON data parsed, then the list of stocks should appear on the screen. Each stock in the list should at least contain the company's name, the symbol slash ticker of that stock, the change percentage in price, and the stock's current price. It should also have the date where it indicates the last time an API call was made. So if I go here, as you can see, this is the company name, um, Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated. This is the price of it as it currently stand. This is the ticker or symbol that you can use to search on it. And this is the change in percentage. So this is right now negative. If I go right here, you can see Amazon, um, and then this is the ticker for it, and this is the change in percentage. Yeah, and as you can scroll down, you can see, uh, Google, um, Tesla, all those sorts of stuff. Um, So yeah, I think that covers that. Um, so when a user double taps on the most active stock screen, the date and data should update by making another API call and refreshing this review. So basically, um, as you can see, right now it's April 4th, the 7th, and right now the time is 4:04:36. Uh, right now the current time is 4:07. So if I'm just gonna do a double tap, um, right there, um, and then as you can see, the time was updated. If I do it again, you can see the time was updated one more time. You see the time is updated. Um, so I think that covers that part. So for each stock results displayed on the most active stock screen, it should be highlighted in red if the change in percentage is negative and green if it is positive. So you can see that this was positive. We got a green background. This was red. This was red. Just because the percentage in price was decreasing, and as you can see, it kind of uh, displays depending on the whether or not if this change in percentage is negative or positive. So now let's move on to the second screen. So this requirement talks about when a user is on the search stock screen, the user should be able to choose between the type of stock they would like to search in and the enter a query to search on. So if I go on this tab, I'm entering this screen. Right now there's no results, of course. So these are the options that are available to me. And of course, you kind of see there's different options. So I got like um, the Toronto Exchange, the NASDAQ, so that's primarily the USA. I got the New York Stock Exchange. So for right now, I'm just going to go on the NASDAQ, select that. And then when I click on, my search query will be bank. And if I click on the search, I should get a results. I get 10 results. And these are the results. So that kind of covers just the UI part, but making the successfully, or this part will just talk about what you just saw. So once the user has typed a query and clicked on a keyboard search button, if the button was successfully made and the JSON data parsed, then the list of stock results will appear on the screen. Each stock result must contain at least the company's name, the symbol or slash ticker of the stock, and the exchange that is currently found in, and the currency. So as you can see, this is the company's name, this is the ticker or the symbol, this is the exchange that it's founded on, which is the NASDAQ Global Select. This is the NASDAQ Global Market, and then the currency is the USA, or yeah, yeah, the American currency. So if I, let's say, go on the Toronto Exchange and do banks, click on search, you should see some familiar banks. So you can see Toronto Bank, and the currency is Canadian. It's found in the Toronto Exchange. And this is the ticker, this is the company's name, and you kind of see it. Uh, yeah, you got BMO, um, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, the Royal Bank of Canada, and yeah. So that covers that screen. So this screen talks about when a user is on the search stock profile screen, a user should be able to search for a stock's profile by entering the symbol ticker So let's say if I wanted to search Royal Canadian stock, the Royal Canadian stock profile, I just do ry.to, so that's the ticker or the symbol of it. I click on search, and as you can see, this is the company's name, the ticker, where is it founded on, the price, dividends paid, the industry that it falls in, and then the sector that it falls in. And then you can see this logo right here. You can see if I do APPL, this should bring me to Apple. And as you can see, it changes. It's part of the commerce, electronics, and the technology sector. So that covers this part, and this will cover that part as well. What I just showed you. Once the user has typed a query and clicks on the keyboard search button, the stock profile should be displayed on the screen. For example, if a user searches APPL, then the Apple's profile should appear on the screen, just as you've seen before. The stock profile screen must contain at least the company's name, the symbol or the ticker, the exchange that is found in, an image of the company's logo, the current price, the industry, and the sector. So if I just go here, you can see that it's found in the US. Um, that's the country, and then this is the stock exchange that it's found in under. This is the company's name, Apple Inc. This is the ticker. As you can see, this is a little bit extra, dividends paid. Um, don't worry about that if you don't understand what that means. This is the price, so the current price of that stock, and then the industry that it's founded under, which is the customer electronics, and then the sector is technology. So whenever an API call was unable to be completed or parsed, an error message should pop up and notify the user. So that really just talks about, like, um, let's say if I type in this as a query, then I should get an error message because there's no ticker that has something like this. As you can see, there was error getting the stock information. Maybe if I also turn on my Wi-Fi off. Now let's do Royal Bank again. You can see that there is an error because there's no Wi-Fi. Again, if I go on this and then I go, type in bank, I should get an error as well just because I'm unable to make that API call without any Wi-Fi. Um, so that covers this one. And then the last screen, we'll talk about when the user rotates. When the user rotates the screen between landscape and portrait mode, the screen should show all available information and not be cut out. This feature can be implemented by either handling the rotation or restricting the app not to allow rotation. So basically, just if I rotate the screen, as you can see, I'm not gonna handle it. Um, yeah, like I'm just basically keeping it this forward. If I turn it back again, you see it still works. If we're going on a different screen, um, let's turn back our Wi-Fi back on, and I do, uh, you know, bank again. Simple result. If I do co.to, I get Canadian Utilities. This is basically just restricting the landscape. So that's pretty much it for the project. And then in another video, I'll be just talking to you about how it's able to run and such. Thank you so much. And yeah.